guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing a reformer routine today with the ring. Everyone's favorite, right? So I went ahead and I put my footwork springs on. For me personally, that means 3 heavies and 1 medium. Go for 2 heavies, 1 medium, 3 mediums, whatever your general footwork springs are on a regular basis. I'm going to go ahead and come down, lying on my back. I'm going to place my feet on the foot bar, on my arches. Just for some gentle breath work to begin. I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to mention a lot during this class to center your sternum. That means I want the center of your ring over where your sternum and your 12th rib meet, so that your arms are dropped slightly below your shoulders. You're drawing your shoulders down as opposed to scrunching them up to your ears. I'm going to raise my hands up to the ceiling, centering my ring over my sternum and 12th rib meet. I'm going to give a gentle tug to widen my ring. I'm not pressing it just yet. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and start taking deep breaths, really centering myself, getting in touch with my body, making sure that I have a flat, heavy sacrum. I have a slight lift in my low back right now. All 12 ribs on my back are on. My shoulder blades are being pulled apart and they're coming in flat contact with the carriage by gently tugging the ring apart. I have a gentle bend on my elbows. I have a soft collarbone, wide collarbone, long neck. I'm knitting my ribs together in the front. And on the exhale, I'm dropping my belly button to my spine. Let's go ahead and take 2 more breaths here. 1 more. From here, I'm going to float my feet up. I'm going to bring my heels together, my toes apart, my knees apart in a Pilates feet position. Bring my balls of my feet onto the foot bar, still pulling the ring apart. I'm going to press out on the inhale and exhale to pull back in. Making sure I'm maintaining a flat sacrum here. I'm not tilting my pelvis back when I press up. I'm incorporating my glutes, inner thighs, hamstrings, and lower abdominals. Just say, hello, how are you? Nice little footwork routine. Let's speed the last 5 up slightly. Here's 5. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Squeeze your glutes at the top to straighten your legs fully. 2 more. And here is 1. We're going to float our feet up, come to the bird on the perch position. The balls of our feet are arches, placing our toes over the foot bar, pressing our heels under the foot bar. As we press out, we're going to pulse in on the ring. And when we come back in, we're going to release the pulse. So press, driving your heels under as you press out. Squeeze the ring, come back in. Make sure your ring is still centered over your sternum. Here's 4. Slight bend in your elbows still. So you're not rounding in on your shoulders. You should still have that flat sensation of your shoulder blades, that they're platformed on the mat. We're squeezing our legs together here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. From there, I'm going to place the pad of one of the rings on my sternum. Place both fingertips on the ring up top. Float my heels up. Place them on the foot bar. Still squeezing my legs together. Flexing my toes back strongly towards my knees. I'm going to press out and pull the ring down by widening my elbows. And exhale, release the squeeze. Inhale and squeeze the ring towards your chest. And exhale. Come back in. Inhale. Squeeze your glutes to the top. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And squeeze. Release. Here's 6. Release. 7. 8. Here's 9. And here is 10. From there, I'm going to bring the ring. So I have 1 pad in each hand again. Float my feet up. Separate my feet to a wide Pilates feet where I'm on the heel. I'm going to drop my ring down over my sternum again. I'm going to press out, really working my turnout, rotating my hip socket in the femur. When I come back in, I'm going to take the ring in my left hand, releasing my right, Bringing both arms into a T with the slight bend of my elbows. I'm going to press out, bringing the ring to the center, and I'm going to release to my right hand. And press out, and release. When you release, make sure that you still have a soft bend in both of your elbows, and your arms are floated down slightly to reach up and grab your ring right in the center. Let's do 2 more to each side. And release. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the side. Inhale, arms to a ballet second. From there, we're going to bring the ring back into the center. Flip my feet up to a demi-point or ball of the foot or high heel or forced arch position. From there, we're going to shimmy slightly away from the shoulder blocks. When I press out, my ring's going to drop down towards my thighs. When I come back in, I'm going to float my ring slightly above my head without releasing my ribs and popping them. I'm going to inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, draw the ring towards your thighs. Exhale, over your head. Inhale. Exhale, drop your belly to your spine. Draw down on your lats, hollow out under your arms to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Here's 8. Here's 9. And here is 10. And then we're going to float our feet up to a tabletop position, squeezing my legs together. We're going to find my foot bar, again in that forced arch or demi-point position. Center your ring over your sternum. As you press out, tuck your elbows to the carriage. And when you come back up, release your ring back into the zip. Come down. Graze your ribs with your biceps as you tap and release. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Don't pop your ribs. Make sure your neck is still nice and long and loose. 3 more. Squeeze it out. Exhale it in. 1 more. From there, I'm going to press out. I'm going to pull the ring apart just like we did in the beginning. Breathing, breathwork exercise. In the first footwork exercise, a slight bend in my elbows. I'm going to drop my left heel under, bending my right knee over the foot bar. I'm going to come back up to the demi-point position. Drop my right foot under, bring my left knee over the foot bar, and come back up. I'm going to speed it up slightly. The purpose of this exercise is to maintain stability and control of your box of support or your body. If you can speed it up, please feel free to. But when you feel your body start to shimmer, please stop the exercise. Slow it down. And see how much you can draw in on your abdominals, in around your ribs, flattening your shoulder blades against the carriage for support. 1 more on each side. We're going to do a double heel lower lift. I'm going to lower my heels. We're going to do a double squeeze and come back up. I'm going to drop my heels under, squeeze, squeeze, and lift. Lower, squeeze, squeeze, lift. Make sure that your ring is still centered over your sternum. Squeeze, squeeze, and lift. Squeeze, squeeze. You can inhale as you lower or exhale. I'm indifferent as long as you're breathing at this point. Here's 8. And up, and 9, and up, and 10, and up. Drop your heels under, leaving your heels under the foot bar. Begin to bend your knees slowly over the foot bar. From there, we're going to set up. We're going to change my springs over to 100 springs. For me, that is 1 medium and 1 light spring. On my machine, it's 1 red and 1 blue. Before we do any work with our straps, I have my handles on. I'm going to come back down the line down again. I'm going to place my ring right above my ankles, below my calves. I'm going to extend my legs out to maybe a little higher than my working level. I'm going to do a slight twist up on the right, and then I'm going to twist to the left. Don't squeeze your ring too hard. or you'll lose it like I'm about to. Here's 5 and pause. And now we're going to squeeze into the ring using our upper inner thighs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't pop your ribs. And twist, twist, twist left, twist right. Here's 3. And stay. And now 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take the ring from between your ankles and place it between your thighs, right above your knee. Bring your heels together. I'm in a tabletop position. I'm going to give a slight squeeze on my ring. My fingertips are up towards the ceiling. I'm going to inhale to here. Exhale to curl up, bringing my hands to reach to the foot bar down by my side. I'm going to float them back up. Rest my head, neck, and shoulders. My arms are still parallel. I'm going to exhale to the left. Inhale to the lower. I'm not losing the squeeze on my ring. I'm not squeezing harder when I lift. I'm maintaining the squeeze this entire time. Here's 5. And here is 6. Without losing the squeeze on my ring, I'm going to bring my arms out to a V, no wider than the width of a reformer. I'm going to give a little bit extra weight in my pinky blade edge in the handle. I'm going to inhale, exhale to curl up, creasing over my sternum. Inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And exhale, and inhale. 3 more. Inhale. Curl deeper if you're able to. Don't lose that squeeze on your ring. And lower. 1 more set of 6. I'm going to bring my arms out to a T. Again, putting a little bit more weight in my pinky blade edge. Exhale to left. Inhale, lower. Don't lose the squeeze on your ring. Have it come from your inner thighs and see if you can make it come from your lower abdominals as well. On this next one, stay up at the top. We're going to pulse in with our inner thighs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Put your handles in one hand. Take your ring in the other. Slide both feet through the ring. I'm going to have the pads in the same spot on the outside of my thigh, towards my knee, but not on my knee, right above my knee. I'm going to bring my knees to tabletop. My big toe is lined up with my knee. I have slight pressure on the outside, widening my ring, but I'm not doing it by bringing my toes out further than my knees. I'm keeping everything very much aligned so that I don't tweak my knee. We're going to do that same abdominal series, but with the ring on the outside. I'm going to inhale to here, exhale to curl up. I am pushing out on my ring. The pressure is coming from right here at my glutes, my outer thigh. Again, I'm not twerking my knee. Really press into the straps to help you lift up and crease over. Don't crunch your chin to your chest. Make sure, bring your arms to a V real fast before I go on. Slight more pressure in your pinky blade edge. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. It's as if you're holding an egg between your chin and your chest. You don't want too much room or your egg will roll away. You don't want to crunch your chin to your chest or you'll crush your egg. Here's 4. And 5. Don't crunch in on your shoulders when you come up. Hollow out under your arms to lift. And lower. Bring your arms out to a T. Raise them slightly. Pinky blade edge pressure. Exhale to lift. Bring your pinky blade edge to your hips first. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Curl deeper. Don't lose that pressure on the ring. Here's 5. On 6, stay up there. And press up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest your head and shoulders. to the bumper, rest your feet for a moment. We're going to take the ring from the outside. We're going to put it back above our knee. You can place it between your ankle, but I feel like the tendency to put more pressure on your knee there is greater, not to use your inner thigh as much. We're going to place the ring above our knees to protect our knees. Bring our legs up to tabletop, extend our hands to the ceiling. We're going to curl up, extend out our arms and legs, and start the hundreds. Inhale to prayer, exhale to curl. Squeeze your ring tightly, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop your arms. Pulse it on the ring for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Stop your legs, arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, and exhale. Stop your arms, pulse the ring for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. This is difficult, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pump your arms flat, 20, 4, 5. Inhale, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw your knees into your chest. Raise your hands to the ceiling with control. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Straps in one hand, legs through your ring to the outsides of your thighs. Pads of the ring above the knee on your thighs. We're going to do coordination with the ring on our thighs. Biceps hugging your ribs. Palms facing the ceiling, up at your shoulders. Lift your legs to tabletop. Gentle pressure, pressing the ring up. Not too much, because we're going to pulse when we get to the top. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to curl up. Extend your arms and your legs. Pulse out once. Draw your knees into tabletop. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Leave your head, neck, and shoulders up. And exhale to lift. And pulse, pulse. Fix your ring if you need to. Draw your knees into tabletop. Draw your hands back. And exhale to press. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Knees to tabletop. Hands back to your shoulders. And exhale. At any time, if you need to, rest your head, neck, and shoulders in between for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Hands. Here's 5. And press. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice right collarbone. Hover your hands off if you're able. Final one and extend. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your knees into your chest or tabletop. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Now you're going to rest your head, neck, and shoulders, which is what I wanted to say the whole time. Whew. Go ahead and remove the ring. Place it to the side, but not too far. We're going to use it on the next exercise. We're going to come up and off of our machine. We're going to put our long box on. Make sure it's centered. We are going to have one green spring on to begin. Actually, we're going to go with one red. I'm so sorry. One red, because we're going to do some hand jumps today. I'm going to carefully come on to my box. I'm going to place my ring between my ankles, up my calves. See if you can get there. Gentle squeeze just to hold it in place. Adjust it to where you need to so you feel like it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to come up, placing where my sternum and 12th rib at the edge of my box. I have wide hands. I have the sensation of having flat shoulder blades like we did pulling the ring apart in the beginning. I'm going to press out on one. My feet are towards the ceiling. This is how I'm doing swan. Draw your belly button to your spine. If you feel like this is too much pressure, you can extend your legs. Make sure that you're not going to hit your uprights up. And up. And down. And lower. But again, you can bend your knees towards the ceiling. Really ground your pelvis. Draw your belly up and in. You might feel a little bit more pressure on your low back. If you have low back issues, please do not do this variation. Up, press out, and pull across. Now, for everyone who has your legs straight, please go ahead and bend them. We are going to do some hand jumps. I'm going to press out, find the footbar, and come back. back in. I'm going to press out on a jump. Find the flipper and come back in. And press. My pelvis is pressing into the box. So I do have a slight tension in my hamstrings. 8, 2 more, and we're going to add on. From here, I'm going to press out, and when I press out, I'm going to squeeze it on the ring and lift my thighs slightly up the box. So press and squeeze left. Press, squeeze left. Press, and lift. Press, lift. Don't forget the squeeze. Here's 5. And 6. There's 7. And 8. 2 more. 9 and squeeze left. And 10 and squeeze left. Go ahead and come in. Reach back. Grab the ring. You're going to go ahead. Turn around. We are going to do pulling straps 1 and 2. So we're going to go ahead and place our ring to the side for this. I'm going to come back onto the box with my sternum, or my sternum at 12 for me, or my bra strap, right at the edge of the box. I still have that floating feeling in the front of my thighs off the box. I'm not pressing into it, popping my hips. I'm extended through the front of my hips. Gently pressing my pelvis into the mat, drawing my belly button up and in, bringing my ribs together. I place my hands through my hand straps like bracelets, choke up on the ropes, and floating my hands to the sides of the frame. Use my inner thighs to squeeze my legs together. I'm going to pull my hands back, scraping the machine, bringing them down to my hips, coming up to look at the back inside frame of my reformer. And come back down, a slight back extension. And lift, and lower. And exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Drawing my shoulder blades down my back. Enjoy this time without the ring. Here's 5. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Draw your belly button up and in. Don't allow your ribs to flare. 1 more and stay back there. We're going to do tricep presses. And straighten. Bend. Control the machine. Don't let the machine control you. Should be very fluid. Here's 5. Here's 6. And 7. And 8. Stay out there and float your arms back down. Take your hands out of the handles. Find the metal, hold on to the metal, or find the ring and put it through your thumb like a thumb ring and hook your thumb over it. Arms out to the side. Exhale to the left. Palms facing the ground. Looking at the inside frame of my reformer, so don't pop my neck funny. Everything stays in line with my spine. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. This is a challenging routine. Really squeezing on your lats. Hollow out under your arms to draw your shoulders down. When you bring your shoulders together back, think of pinching the bottom of your blades rather than the top to keep it out of your neck. 2 more. On this last one, stay back. And pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Float your hands out to the side. Peg your straps. Come up onto your knees. Place your hands on the frame. Fold over your box. In a nice child's pose. We are going to be moving on to teaser. If you are uncomfortable doing teaser on the box, please remove the box and do it on the carriage. If you are uncomfortable doing teaser on the carriage, please take your teaser to the ground. If you've never done teaser on the box, please don't. Please go ahead and do teaser on the carriage or on the ground. First of all, I'm going to take my ring and place it on the outside of my thighs, right above my knee. From there, come down, drop my foot rest one level. I have 3 levels on my foot bar. If you'd rather leave it there, you're welcome to. So, personal preference. I'm going to come down onto my back, locate my straps carefully so I don't tweak out my shoulders or force them unnecessarily. Touch my shoulder blades are off. My knees are up to tabletop. I'm going to inhale, prepare. Exhale to curl up and extend my legs. From there, I'm going to draw my knees to the tabletop. Tap my pelvis. Flatten my sacrum. And exhale down. With control, I'm going to inhale, nodding my chin, my chest, and exhale to curl up. From there, I'm going to do arm circles. 1, 2, 3, and reverse for 3, 2, 1. Bring my knees to the tabletop. Tuck my tailbone. With control, I'm going to come down. I'm going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, letting my chin to my chest. And curling up. I'm going to lower my legs an inch and lift them from my lower abdominals. And lower. And lift. Inhale. And exhale. Draw your knees to tabletop. Tuck your tail. And articulate your spine down. From there, we're going to inhale. Exhale, loading my chin to my chest. Curling up, I'm going to rotate my legs. Raising one leg higher, one leg lower, and then I'm going to switch. And rotate. And switch. Lift up out of your chest. One more set. Whoop. Back even. Draw your knees into your chest. Tuck your tail. Pull down to the mat. Go ahead and drop your handles. Hug your knees into your chest. Releasing your ring. And then we're going to go ahead and come up to the side. We're going to come off of our reformer. We're going to bring our backs to the side just momentarily. We're going to be using it again in just a second. I'm going to drop my headrest. I'm going to locate my ring. I'm going to grab both my handles. I'm going to leave one medium spring on, one red for me. From there, I'm going to come, placing my legs through my headrest, crossing my ankles if it's necessary for my body. Make sure I have a hand's width behind my tailbone and the end of the reformer so I don't tip back into my machine. I'm going to pick up my handles. I'm going to place one of the pads of my ring. The center of it's going to be right at the bottom of my sternum. I'm going to take my handles. I'm going to hold on to the center of my ring. My elbows are wide. I'm hollowing out on my arms. I'm going to tuck in, rolling my ring back, squeezing in on it as I go. This is the first part of the rowing one exercise. And then I'm going to roll my ring back up as I articulate back up. When my ring's to my lap, I'm going to sit back up and release my squeeze. I'm going to round over, my ring to my lap, allowing it to roll back my body. I'm going to tuck, coming forward, leaving my nose on the ring, and come back up to sitting, stacking my spine. I'm going to round over, bringing my ring to my lap, bringing my nose to my ring, and begin to round backwards, articulating my ring off my lap. We're articulating back, forward, drawing in on my lower abdominals. And come back to sitting, releasing the squeeze. Exhale, draw in. And come back. Inhale, articulate forward. And lift up. Let's do one more. Round forward. Roll back. Come forward. And come up. From there, I'm going to place my ring in both hands. I'm going to bend my elbows. It is a little awkward holding the ring in this position with my straps. We're going to be okay. We're going to flat back, lean back, dip my elbows slightly, raise my arms so my biceps are between my ears, stack my spine straight up to sitting, and lower my elbows to 90 degrees. And I'm going to flat back, lean back, draw my belly button to my spine. It's as if I'm between two panes of glass. Lower my elbows and lift. Stack my spine straight up. And come back to 90 degrees. As if I'm between a panini press, I lean back. I'm going to dip my elbows one time and lift. I'm going to dip them again and lift. I'm going to stack my spine straight up. My arms are, my biceps are beside my ears the whole time. Inhale. So lean back. We're going to dip 2 times again. Here's 1 and 2. Stack your spine to lift, 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 lift. Bring it to 90. We're going to do 2 sets with 3 dips. Draw your belly to your spine, flat back, back, and dip and lift. Dip and lift. 1 more. You should probably be feeling it right about now. And 90 degrees. And lean back. Dip and lift. 1 and 2. Nice long neck. Stack it up. And draw your arms down to 90 degrees. Then go ahead and release it. Take your straps real fast. Ooh, shake out your arms. Draw one arm across your body. Don't bring it up here so your shoulder lifts. Bring it at your body across a low diagonal. Bring the other arm across at a low diagonal. From there, we're going to hold on to our ring. Go ahead and turn around so we're facing the front. I have my legs extended long. I'm going to go ahead and reach back. Locate my straps. I'm going to hold on to the sides of my ring again. I'm going to knob my chin to my chest. Extend over my legs, reaching out long. I'm going to come up at a forward hinge, reaching for where the wall and the ceiling meet. Really trying to flatten out my back. Lower my hands and lift. Lower my hands, trying to tap the ring near my legs and lift back up so that my biceps are by my ears. And lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. From there, I'm going to stack my spine straight up. Bring the ring centered in front of my sternum. Bend my elbows for a hug or treat. I'm going to squeeze the ring and open, bringing the ring in my left hand to the side. Come back through the center and squeeze. Open the ring in my right hand. Keep breathing. And squeeze. And open. And squeeze. And open. Squeeze. And open. And squeeze. And open. Come back through the center. Bring my ring down to my thighs. Then I'm going to release my straps and peg them. And then I'm going to bring my arms up. It is going to provide a little bit extra weight, which you don't think it will, but it really does, especially if you've been working your arms so hard. I'm going to bring my arms up as I twist. Twisting to the left, growing taller. Come back to the center. I'm going to switch hands to my right hand as I twist to the right. And then come back to the center. Really grow taller as you twist. Wide open collarbone. Long neck. Grounded sits bones. The twist comes from the belly button and above. Drawing your ribs to the right. 1 more on each side. And go ahead and place your ring on your legs. Fold over your legs. Nice hamstring stretch. Take a few deep breaths. It's a lot of hard work. Then stack your spine up. Bring your ring to the side. We are going to place our short box on. We're going to do a long stretch series, forearm plank series. Place your box on the machine. If you would like to, go ahead and drop your foot bar. I still have 1 red spring on. I'm going to come onto my knees. Place my forearms, my hands, my elbows and hands and forearms are in line with my shoulder blocks. I'm drawing my shoulders down my back, drawing my ribs together, drawing my abdominals up and in. Personally, I have my feet in a position where my heels are directly under my sits bones for additional exercises that we'll be doing. First thing I'm going to do, Lighten my legs, lift them off. I'm going to press out to a plank and pull back, floating my knees off of the carriage and back. I'm going to press up, drawing my abdominals in, squeezing my glutes and hamstrings, and back in, and press. Leaving my shoulders over my elbows. 2 more. From here, we're going to do some alternate leg work. I'm going to come in, I'm going to press out and bring my right knee to my right elbow and come back in, replacing my foot. Press out, bring my left knee to my left elbow, and back, and press, and back, and press, other knee, and back. No twisting, leave the backs of your body stable and in line. And now I'm going to press out, bring my right knee to my left elbow, and come back, and press left knee, right elbow, and back. Don't twist your shoulders. The twist is coming from your belly button and below. Opposite of the twist earlier. 1 more. And in. And now press out in tiny saws with your forearms. 1, 2, abs up and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come back in. Draw your knees in. Rest down. We're all done with the short backs as well. So we can go ahead, put our boxes away. It is, however, time for some more ring work. We are going to do a chest expansion variation and then thigh stretch as well. So I'm going to come up, press my thighs into my shoulder blocks. Squeeze my glutes to open up the front of my hip flexors and press my hips forward. I'm going to place my ring between my palms, behind my back. Drawing my abdominals up and then bringing my ribs together. I'm going to squeeze my ring and pull back. And squeeze and pull back. The squeeze comes not from squeezing your shoulders up at the top, but from squeezing the tips of your blades together at the bottom. Here's 5 and the lift. 1 more. Squeeze and lift. Excellent. Go ahead and come down. Choke up on your straps. Putting your straps on your bracelet, on your wristlet bracelets. Reach out. Putting the ring between your straps. Go ahead and squeeze in on your glutes. Now, thigh stretch back. The carriage is very light. Squeeze in on the ring and lift slightly to come back up. Lean back as if you're between 2 panes of glass. With control. Squeeze in, lift, and come back up. We have 4 more. Come back. Don't lose control of the carriage. Join in your abdominals and squeeze and lift. And lean. Flat back. Squeeze and lift. Squeezing my glutes the entire time. And back. Drawing my abdominals up and in. Long, straight back. Not allowing my ribs to flare. And squeeze. And lift. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. Release your hands. Place your ring to the side in case you have to change the foot straps, which I do. We are going to do some feet and straps with the ring today. We're going to do feet and straps, move on to some corkscrew too, and short spine. So I'm going to put on 1 medium and 1 light. I've raised my foot bar back up because we're going to use it after this. I'm going to go ahead and leave my headrest down for footwork since we're going to be doing some stuff up on the shoulder blades. I'm going to come down onto my back. I'm going to place my ring between my ankles. You can wait to put your ring between your ankles if you'd rather when putting in your foot straps. Tuck your tail. Lift, squeezing your abdominals. Put your ring at a slight angle so that your straps don't knock it out. Shin away from the shoulder block slightly. There'll be a slight squeeze on your ring so you don't lose it. Press up and pull in. And frog, press out. And in. Go ahead and check in. Make sure that you're in a neutral spine here. Here's 4. And 5. And now we're going to squeeze to press out. Release the ring and draw your knees back to tabletop. Squeeze your ring and press. Release the squeeze, come to tabletop and squeeze and press. Open, tabletop. Squeeze from your inner thighs. One more. Squeeze and press. Release and tabletop. Extend your legs up to the ceiling. Squeeze on your ring to lower to working level and release the squeeze to lift. And squeeze and lower. Release and lift. Here's 3. We're really going to wear out these inner thighs. And lift. Again, see if you can make the squeeze. Connect with your lower abdominals as well. And release and lift. And squeeze. And lower. Release and lift. Now release the squeeze to lower your legs. Now squeeze to lift. Release and lower. And squeeze and lift. Release and lower. Squeeze from the inner thighs and lift. Release and lower and squeeze and lift. Now, shin away slightly from the shoulder blocks. Grab on your pegs or shoulder blocks, whichever you have or whichever you prefer, where you're going to articulate our spine up to where the bottom of our 12th rib is, just a slight lift in our lower abdominals. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, please do not do this exercise. My elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. I'm going to roll down the right side of my body, articulate down, drawing my feet down. When my sacrum becomes flat at my 6 o'clock position, I'm going to squeeze in on the ring. I'm going to come over to my left side, raising my right hip slightly, articulate up, come back to 12 o'clock, and squeeze in on the ring, and articulate down the left side. When I come to 6 o'clock at the bottom, I squeeze, articulate up the right side, come up to 12, and squeeze down on the right side. Find a flat sacrum, squeeze in on your ring, go over to the left side, articulate up to your 12th rib, and squeeze down to the left. When you come to 6, squeeze to the right, and up, and squeeze. One more set, make sure that you're not rolling up past your 12th rib. It's a very tiny lift. Squeeze, very tiny articulation, and up, and squeeze. One more corkscrew, and squeeze at 6 o'clock to the right side, roll up, and squeeze. From there, I'm going to draw my feet into tabletop. I'm going to leave my ring where it is. We're going to do short side turn here. If you're uncomfortable with your ring, please go ahead and remove it. Otherwise, we're going to press out to our working level. Pike at our hips to bring our toes to the ceiling. Tuck our tailbone and articulate up. Make sure that you can lift your neck here and not rolling up on your neck. Bend your knees to bring them over your shoulder block. Articulate your spine down to the mat. When you've gone as far as you can, go ahead and draw your feet into your glutes and press back out to your working level. The slight squeeze on the ring that you need so that your ring does not escape or run off is going to be more than enough to engage your inner thighs at this point. Pike at the hips. Articulate up. Make sure that you're not rolling past your shoulder blades. Bend at the knees. Articulate your spine down, 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 down. Try to leave your feet where they are in space. Bend your knees into your glutes. And press out to a working level. Pike at the hips. Then articulate your spine up so that you're not just using momentum to come up. Bend your knees. Articulate your spine down to the mat. Bring your feet in. Extend to working level. For an added bonus, for those of you who would like more challenge, raise your hands up to the ceiling, to the outside of your straps. Pike at your hips. Tuck your tail and lift. Bend your knees in. Articulate your spine. Down, 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 down. Bring your feet in. Extend them to working level to the beginning. Bend your knees in. Go ahead and remove your ring. Take one foot out and find the foot bar. Your other foot out and find the foot bar. Go ahead and come back in. Come up to sitting. We're going to end the routine today with a little bit of mermaid. I'm going to put one heavy spring on for myself personally for mermaid. For me, that's one green. I'm going to bring my left leg, my shin pressing into my shoulder blocks. I'm in a figure 4 position where my right shin is parallel with the outside frame of my reformer. My hand is on the foot bar, not behind me, slightly in front of me. Draw my shoulder down my back, hollow it under my arm. I'm going to press out, bending over, lifting up out of both sides. I'm going to bend my elbow, squeeze my legs to sit up, hold on to your shoulder block or peg, and stretch over into the well. Coming back up, place my hand on the foot bar, and reaching over. Really enjoy the stretch, pressing my back hip down to the carriage to stretch out my side, bending my elbow, coming up and coming in to the counter stretch. One more we'll be adding on. I'm going to reach over, rotate my body, look down at the springs. Place my top hand on the foot bar, move my other hand out. From there, I'm going to bend my elbows in, bring the top of my head to the foot bar, and press out. Don't allow your head to slam in to the foot bar. Press out for 3, 4, I have wide elbows here, 5. I'm going to bring my bottom hand back to the original position, float my top hand off, and then rotate my body with control. Bending my elbow, coming up. Coming in for a nice final counter stretch over into the wall. Sitting back up, I'm going to twist. So for those of you, now my right shin will be pressing into the shoulder blocks, my left shin will be parallel with the outside of my foreframe. For those of you with knee problems, please feel free to come into a crisscross applesauce position or hang your knees off the side of your reformer if it's tall enough. I'm going to press out, reach up and over towards the foot bar, lifting up out of the side closest to the springs, bending my elbows from my shoulder down my back, floating up, grabbing onto my post or my shoulder block, stretching over into the well. I'm going to sit back up, place my hand down, hollowing out under my arm to draw my shoulder down my back, and bend my elbow to sit up, and reaching over into the well. One more. Hand down, reach over, pressing your back hip down for a nice stretch. Rotate to look down at your springs. Place your top hand on the foot bar. Move your other hand further out. Now, bending your elbows wide to come in with your top of your head to the foot bar. Don't slam it, and press, and bend, and press. Abdominals up and in. Try to square your shoulders. And 5. Take your bottom hand, replace it to the original position. Float your top hand off so you're looking at the springs first, and then rotate to the side. Bending your elbow, come up to sitting, bend over into the well for a final counter stretch. Come up to sitting. That will conclude our routine.